Hi, welcome back to Cheyenne, Wyoming, Urban Gardener. This is Debbie, and we're in Garden Zone 5A, 5B. Just throwing that out there, even though we're in the kitchen today. And we have a very short season here, so we are very lucky to have this many tomatoes coming in from the garden. This is another half bushel basket of tomatoes. Wow, say that one 10 times fast. So this one is another half bushel of basket of tomatoes that we brought in from the garden. And this has been an accumulation over the last several days. But what I'm doing right now is I'm actually a little bit tired of canning tomatoes. We have a lot of canned tomatoes down in our cabinet, our canning cabinet. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making something that's a little controversial out there. What is controversial about it is that it is whole tomatoes that we go in and we core, but we don't peel them. We don't take the peelings off of them. We don't blanch them to get the peelings off. We just go ahead and cook these tomatoes whole. And that is seeds and skin included in our roasting pan. We have a roasting pan here for a turkey, which makes about a half bushel of tomatoes at a time, which just happens to be this half bushel basket. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut these in half, get them cored, cut in half, and throw them in the roasting pan. We're going to let these roast for well over 24 hours with just a little salt and pepper, a few herbs, a little bit of garlic, and that'll be our tomato sauce that we will then go in and process canning into our canner. And I add for myself, I know that it's now controversial whether or not you can can tomatoes without anything else added in them. So what I do is I add a little bit of lemon juice to the tomatoes. It doesn't change the flavor at all. I just put about a teaspoon in each jar. And I go ahead and water bath can my tomatoes. Now I have to water bath can here because we're above 6,000 feet elevation a little bit longer than everyone else does because we are a high elevation. You have to use the high elevation rules. So I usually have to process mine a significant amount of time longer, and I like to process mine a little bit longer anyway. So what we will be doing is just going ahead and get them in the canner, boiling water, and we will have them canned in about 45 minutes to an hour is how long that I put mine in for water bath canning. You can leave them longer if you want to. If you want more of a rich flavor, you can do that. I know that my jars are good. I know that my lids are good. I've already been canning a whole lot during this time, and we need some tomato sauce. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it like this. So you do not have to do this method. I don't recommend this method. A lot of people do not, but this is a method that I have been using my entire life. My mother used her entire life, and my grandmother before her used her entire life, and my great-grandmother before her used her entire life. But as you know, during these times, things have changed as far as what they think is supposed to be the right way and recommended way to do things. So this is one of those things that you have to do at your own risk. I'm not advising anyone else to do it. This is something that I do for my family. So I'm just giving that little disclaimer there. You do not have to follow this method. This is a method that I use. So we're just going to go ahead and can up a whole bunch of tomatoes. We've got all kinds of different types in here because I grew a whole lot of different tomatoes. We've got black crims. We have Cherokee purple. We have Berkeley tie-dye, lemon boy, Rutgers, super sauce, Amish paste, and you name it, it is in this basket, a half bushel basket of all sorts of types of tomatoes. And we just core them, cut them in half, throw them in here, and cook them for 24 hours with the salt, the pepper, a few little spices, and herbs. And it'll be good to go for canning. So anyway, I will show you the finished product in a couple of days because it does take a couple of days for me to do all of this canning up. And we will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notices on new videos as they come out. And I want to thank everyone for all the views that I got on that last video because it was just amazing to see how many views that video got. And I hope that we continue to grow the channel, that it is helpful to everyone out there that maybe has a short season, that grows in a colder climate or just in general, because there's not a whole lot of different practices that we use that anyone else wouldn't use. So anyway, we look forward to seeing you in the next video.